Hello, human peoples. You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. To support us and gain access to great exclusive podcasts like Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, and our latest show, Spiel Boys, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We do game streaming, movie nights with our patrons every Friday night, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want. Literally anything, within reason, and we have to do it. You are quite frankly out of excuses not to go visit patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Time to get inside of this ninja.
Time to enter this ninja.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
My name is David Bell.
My name is Tom Ryman.
And we just watched Enter into Mr. Ninja.
Wet your finger
Ninja entrance.
up to the knuckle and enter the ninja.
Oh, my goodness. Big old thank you, folks, to Nolan, the Tubi Terror Bunny.
Thank you.
Our Patreon supporter who had this happen. And you best believe we will be doing the sequels as well to this. What is this, 1980-something?
1982, I want to say. I'm looking it up real quick. It's early 80s.
Yeah,
Starring,
it feels
or
early 80s.
81, starring improbably starring Franco Nero, whom you might know as the original Django.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a lot of things, but yeah, thank you, Nolan.
Yes.
Let's just get right into it because whenever I look up like ninja films, this is on a list. It's always like top most iconic ninja films. Why? Why?
I think this
is it ironic?
No, I think this had something to do with like launching the ninja craze in America.
Okay, because like it has okay stunts in it. But it's not
extremely okay. Like that okay.
Yeah.
Okay is being stretched very, very thin in that sentence.
It's cut around it. Yeah, it's cut around. It's almost like it's just like some honky. I want to go through this whole thing. I want to start with the opening credits, Tom.
Which is...
I'm not even asking you how you liked this film. I don't think that's
irrelevant.
A fair question.
It's irrelevant. Yeah, it's not a fair question.
I would argue that every film should have these opening credits.
Yeah.
Which is a black screen with a ninja doing cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
The movie Doubt should have had this.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one.
Yep.
And he just keeps bringing
Planes,
out
trains,
different...
and automobiles.
Yep.
North.
Yep.
Home on the Range.
They don't even
The
need to make
African
new
Queen,
footage.
Jurassic Park, all of them.
Yeah.
Just the same ninja demonstrating different weapons in a black room.
100%. It's just him showing off his weapons. He's so proud. He's
all
like,
the stuff he
"Here's
just
my
bought
claw."
from the gun show.
Yeah, he's so serious. And then his friend comes over to hang out in his ninja outfit. And then we open on just this fucking honky in a white ninja outfit, blankly staring like a cat.
The funniest thing about this dude in the white ninja outfit that we notice as he progresses through this scene, which is him creeping through the jungle, dispatching teams of red ninjas as a ninja in black pursues him,
right,
is that the ninja in white clearly has a mustache.
Yes.
And it's not that you can see it through his ninja outfit. It's that the outline of his mustache is so ferocious that you can see the outline of his mustache through his ninja mask.
It's incredible.
So you don't see the darkness like that you would see like seeing somebody's hair through a thin piece of clothing. You actually see like the mountain.
Yeah.
That his
like someone's, like,
mustache is
nipples
creating
through their
in the
shirt.
mask. Exactly.
Yeah,
his mustache is so strong.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible, and we'll get to when he takes this mask off. Because I was not
an
prepared for that.
obviously mustached ninja and waiting for him to take his mask off.
There's something really funny about a mustache ninja because, like, ninjas to me, they aren't vain. There's no vanity there. So you strip yourselves of any identifying marks, and so like a ninja with a mustache immediately just doesn't feel like a ninja to me. It feels like someone who like it feels like someone who is playing dress up. And so that's very funny. And then this opening, because they're about to have this face off. They're over these mountains, and it's white ninja and then black ninja, and they're facing off. And then we do a hard cut to white ninja just running away through the woods, and I thought that was very funny.
It is,
because I thought I was about to see an awesome fight, and then he's just running. And then the red ninjas join. I assume red ninjas, so like white ninjas, that's blending in with like snow. Black ninjas for night. I assume red ninjas are like if you're fighting in a Target, something like that.
Yeah, at a circus.
Yeah. And so he's just fucking these ninjas up. He cuts a man right in his mouth.
Yeah, he does.
To give it context, the subtitles I was watching had the subtitle Karate Yells. And it was like, yep, that is what I just heard.
Percussion beats, I think, was the other thing, because it's these drums that are accelerating as he's just making his way through this Holiday Inn courtyard, beating the Christ out of these ninjas.
Right, and again, when we say he's beating them up, it's more like the editing is beating them up.
Yeah.
Like they're just cutting around the fact that
he'll move his arm. It's less so in this scene, but much more in later scenes involving Franco Nero. Whenever he has to karate someone, is that he'll raise his arm and then it'll immediately cut to a much further away shot of a very different man in a wig doing karate.
Right. This felt like a Westworld style amusement park for like people who want to be ninjas. That's the vibe I got. Is like he's role playing. And it all leads to this dude's house, this old dude who's just standing there, not minding his own business. And the white ninja just bows and chops his fucking head right off.
Yeah, it rules, Dave. It fucking rules.
And then he goes inside.
This movie had me from this moment on, and it never lost me again.
Here's where it really had me, because he goes inside, it's clearly some ritual, and then he takes off his mask, and you get to see this guy's face, and he looks like he drives a monster truck for a living. Like he is just the biggest dirtbag. The last thing he doesn't look flexible. Just his face alone doesn't look flexible. Like you'd never imagine that this man would be capable to be anything close to a ninja.
I'll tell you what you might be better familiar with him from, listeners, if knowing that he played the original Django in the older Western movies. That he's briefly in Django Unchained in one scene, but you probably know him better as the general in Die Hard 2 that William Sadler is trying to rescue, like the guy who's the clear Castro analog. That's the ninja that is the hero of Enter the Ninja.
Yeah, he's just this like slab of meat with a mustache.
Yeah, I mean, he's handsome and he's in shape, but he's obviously not a ninja.
Yeah, nothing against him.
Nothing against him. He's a fine actor. I love him. He plays the fucking Pope in John Wick 2. Or not the Pope, but he plays one of the people at the Continental, the guy that runs the Continental in John Wick 2. Sorry.
Right. The mustache alone, it's just like, I can't take you seriously if you have a mustache and you're calling yourself a ninja.
The fact that you could see it outlined in his mask is the most thrilling moment in cinema. What a promise, and then what a reveal.
And we learned that this is initiation that apparently costs the lives of many people. And then
they're all
boss
fine.
guy...
He reveals the guy that got cut in his face did get cut in his face, but then he also pulls like a board out of his like robe.
What about the guy whose head he cut off?
Oh, well, that guy comes walking in. It's him. Like, he comes walking in. It's a dummy. The guy that walks in carrying the head is the guy whose head he's supposedly cut off.
Got it. Yeah. That makes sense. I was like, why is... Yeah. And then they give him a ninja license. They call it a ninja license. It's his
graduation ceremony, basically.
Which is extremely funny. They're like, here's your license. And I'm like, so if a cop pulls him over for doing ninja stuff, can he give him the license? It is. It's his graduation. And then they're having dinner, and this one ninja's pissed about this honky ninja.
He's gonna go to Pizza Hut with his mom after this.
Yeah. And so that's how it begins. This other ninja's pissed because this honky is being called a ninja, which, again, I get it. And then he goes off to see his friend. He gets in his street clothes, which looks like a disco club manager. He's wearing a white suit with a blue button-down under that. Like every shot of this guy is a surprise, is what I found. And he scales the side of this house, this fence, which I didn't believe. I just didn't believe that he could be flexible enough to scale something, and especially in like white leather pants. A lady points a shotgun at him.
That's a big ask. Yeah, the white leather pants.
Yeah. Lady points a shotgun at him. He disarms her and gropes her.
He does. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. And then her husband comes out, this absolute dirtbag.
This guy.
They're both the biggest dirtbags in the world. Was it Frank?
His name is Frank. My God, I'm trying to find the words to describe this hero, this heroic man, this buddy, this old war buddy of his, who he's come down to Manila to stay with, and this guy has some sort of plantation that these local thugs are trying to force him to sell. It's a Western, basically, but also a ninja movie.
In any other film, he would be playing the villain. That's what it comes down to. He looks like a sleazebag rich guy who like got away with a murder.
Right. I said all that, one, because it's vital information to the story of Enter the Ninja, but also because like normally we're supposed to like that character, the character that's because we don't want this character to lose their land. Normally, this guy sucks from the moment we meet him, and he sucks in such an awesome way, like a deafeningly loud way.
One of the most defining traits of his character is that he likes cockfights. So to put that into perspective, and I don't like our main character also just groped a lady. This lady who doesn't know who he is the only like heroic character. And so like Frank comes in, he's like, haha, it's my friend.
I guess I should have told you he was coming, bro. And he's like, come on, let's have a drink. And she's like, you just woke up. Get the fuck out of here. So they show us that he's a dirtbag. He has this weird way of talking where his lips don't touch. Did you notice that? He's a teeth talker. He's one of those guys.
He's a teeth talker, yeah.
And he's
all teeth.
His hairline is in the center of the top of his head. So, which is not a knock against him. It's a configuration of hair that they don't allow in films anymore. He looks like Art Garfunkel, and it's amazing, Dave. Every part of him is amazing.
And you immediately get the sense that their marriage is going to end in a murder-suicide within minutes.
It's on the rocks. Later on in the film, apropos of nothing and unprompted completely, Frank will tell the ninja, Franco Nero, that he can't get it up for his wife anymore. And that she deserves someone that can have sex with her.
And then he does.
In the very next scene, Franco Nero heroically has sex with his wife.
Those sequence of events, it's beating up henchmen, cut to a bar where he tells him he can't get it up, cut to him fucking his wife. It's amazing.
Dizzying.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it feels like the murder-suicide in this scene is going to happen immediately because she's holding a shotgun. Yeah. And she says, like, do you have to drink? And he's like, I don't have to. I just want to. And she clearly hates him. And then they go to a fucking cockfight. And I'm like, so these are the heroes? And then we learn, I think we meet the real hero, which is Porn Jacket. I don't know his name.
Oh, the guy with Porn Jacket. The guy who was the fucking porn salesman.
Yes. So they're walking the streets of, I forget where this is, like Panama?
Manila.
I forget. All right. This man is like, hey, buddy, you want to buy some porn in my jacket? And he opens his jacket, and just like taped to the inside of his jacket are loose photographs of nude women. Like not magazines, just like cutouts.
Like some of them are Polaroids, others have been cut out of magazines.
Right. And I thought,
it's like a third grader trying to sell nudes.
Yes.
Like it's a very grade school enterprise.
And then he's like, perhaps this is your thing. And he has crucifixes. And he's like, in case you have to fight vampires, his jacket is filled with crucifixes and porn. And he walks around that way, just with crucifixes and porn.
Yeah.
And I guess that makes him money. I don't know who's buying the crucifixes.
Those are the only two interests, Dave. It encapsulates all.
Yeah. And then our hero just acts like this guy is a completely normal man. Like the movie is just like, this is just a guy. And then I thought, like, is this guy going to be the villain? What's going to go on with this guy? He just becomes like a regular character. Porn Jacket.
Yeah, it's like his closest confidant, basically.
Yeah. they just become friends. And it's I don't know, they're just all dirtbags. Like at this point, like this is one of those movies where they have to, in order to make these guys the heroes, they have to introduce a bigger dirtbag.
Yeah.
Because then they also go to a bar to find laborers. And so again, I felt like these are the villains of a different film. Like they go in to get laborers who they kind of don't care that much about.
No, we're not really shown their plight. It's all about like,
No.
Frank doesn't want to lose his land, but also Frank sucks like hard.
Right. It's just these people who suck have this land and just
Yeah, this
like
land you don't
underpay laborers and do cockfights. And it's like you are the villains of another person's movie. But then we get Hook Hand, Fancy Man. And he's like a Mike Myers character.
Right, he's real over the top. He's an Austin Powers villain that's just shaking down people while being German with a chin beard and a hook for a hand.
Yes.
So he's really trying to establish himself as a supervillain.
Yeah, he looks weirdly modern with his chin beard. Like he looks like a dude out of time. Yeah. And then he has henchmen. And we basically get like bar fight where our ninja doesn't want any trouble but has to fight these guys.
Yeah, don't you hate it when that happens?
We cut to the 80s business villains, which I love 80s business villains because it's always so unclear what they actually do. Like their office has like a pool and no one's working and it's just like they're at desks, but they don't seem to have any business. You know what I mean? Like there's no like filing cabinets. They're not doing anything.
Right, there's no telephones that I can see.
Yeah. And the villain is in his blue business Komodo.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and we learn that they're buying up this land, and Frank won't buy the land.
Yeah, he won't sell.
He won't play
won't
ball.
sell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he won't sell. And then Fancy Hookman is like he's the one who's there to do it to like pressure everybody, and he's like this guy won't play ball, and he has like a murder guy with him.
You don't understand it, boss. He's got this guy with him. He's some kind of ninja.
Right. And so what normally would happen is Frank would die soon, right? Frank would get murdered and that'd be the inciting incident. But the filmmakers decided like, no, they want more Frank.
We got to keep Frank around. Yeah, he's the glue of the film.
So let's get another cockfight scene. And they give us another cockfight scene.
He's so excited about it.
He's so excited. It's wholesome. He's like, let's have a cockfight.
They're all like, yay!
Yeah, it's literally like they're kids getting milkshakes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we learn that Frank is a war buddy at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, the bad guy got more henchmen, and they drag a man at the back of their fancy little car. And then our ninja shows up, and he pulls off the guy's hook hand and throws it, to which we hear a sad trombone sound. Why would they do that, Tom?
I don't know, because it's bloody.
Yeah.
Like he rips the hook off of his arm.
It throws it, and the music goes wah, wah, wah. There's a lot of like sexy disco music to this.
There is,
like these fighting scenes. It's one of those movies where like Mitchell is a very good example of that. When you watch Mitchell, and you're like, why is it like party sex music during these action sequences? It's the same thing here. It's like they got a guy to do the music, and they were too embarrassed to fire him, and this is just what he did.
This is what he did. Well, I guess this is the score.
Fails. Yeah. Hook Hand fails, and he goes back to the boss. And this was interesting, is like, he basically does the I won't fail you again, and the boss is like, I know you won't. You know, that scene? And I expected him to shoot him.
You expected him to get fed to tigers or something.
Right. He just lets him go.
No, he just lets him continue working for him.
Right. Well, he fires him. Remember, because at the end you see him working at like a car dealership,
right?
Which is one of the weirdest plot arcs I've seen.
He fires him after they recruit goons, right?
Yeah,
the guy comes
goons,
back, and then they have a goon recruiting scene. Yeah,
right. But then he fires him,
right?
And that's like, it's just funny because he's supposed to be the evil guy, and the main characters are already scumbags. And so to have him like just fire him and be reasonable, I'm just like, you need every chance you can get to make this guy unlikable.
Yeah.
Because our hero is unlikable.
Yeah.
First, one of the first things he done is groped a woman.
We got a real
and they're having
problem with the
cockfights.
hero right now. So
Yeah. But he's like, he lets him go. And I'm like, oh, I guess he's a fine boss.
I guess he's just a reasonable boss.
Yeah. At this point, I completely forgot that this is supposed to be a ninja film. Because we're just watching two guys who smell like beer just be like mildly repulsive and then beating people up. Like they don't dress like ninjas or anything.
No, not for most of the film.
Yeah, and they
And
start
Frank never
asking,
does, which is a real missed opportunity.
right? And it feels like they first present it as like these guys are giving them trouble, but then they go. Did I get this right? They go to their henchman lair and just like beat them up and like threaten them. Our heroes do.
I think so. I think that's what happens.
Yeah, so they're just looking for trouble now.
Yeah, they go infiltrate his base. This is the fight
This
that
is
they
the
have,
impotent part,
right?
yeah.
And then after it, Frank is drunk, and it's just out of nowhere.
Right, I wrote
telling
it
us-
down as
Yeah, there you go.
3 scenes back to get back. Two men beat up a bunch of henchmen and break into a place. Scene 2, one man confesses to the other man that he can't get it up. Scene 3, the other man fucks that man's wife. That is, and it like cuts. They don't.
And then scene 4 is the next morning, where it's them all at breakfast, and Frank is still ranting about the fight from last night.
Right.
And the wife gets real upset, and they have a weird, awkward fight.
Yeah, and again, a murder-suicide is inches away from happening. I also want to note the sex scene. They don't show. They never flirt. Like I said, he gropes her, and she just seems generally bothered by him. And like by this point, she's like a little lukewarm on him. And they cut to like them already in bed. Like they don't even show the lead up to how it happened. He's just in the middle or just about to have sex with her. And they're just like ready to go. Like it's not even like passionate. And what I mean is like they're not like in an office and it's spur of the moment. They're like in a bed in their jammies. Like they're they're living together.
Right. She walks all the way into his room. He's in bed reading a newspaper. She climbs into bed next to him, and they turn
Right.
the lights off. And that's it.
Yeah.
At least in the version I saw.
Right. It's just a couple going to bed. I don't know. It's just so like they're not in a closet. They're not hiding.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a real jarring
really
series of scenes.
It's so jarring, that scene, because it's so casual that I was like, wait, was that Frank? No, it was the other guy. It was our main guy. Like, because it was so weirdly casual, they didn't draw any attention to it. And then the rich guy at this point is like, they have ninjas. I'm going to get a ninja.
Yeah, I want a
'Cause I have
ninja.
ninja money. Yeah.
Yeah, I got ninja
They have-
money, surely.
Yeah. They have ninja tryouts. And they get their ninja.
And wouldn't you know it, Dave, it's the same guy that our main man, Cole, who is Franco Nero's character's name, was training against in the beginning. It's the same guy that was like, fuck it, this honky's not a ninja. It's that dude.
Yes. Yeah. So he has a bone to pick here.
He does.
And he is committed.
He is.
I thought at the end, spoilers, when his boss dies, you'd think he'd go like, "Oh, I'm not getting paid." So
Right, that's
I'm gonna leave.
part of being a ninja. It's the for hire part is also fairly crucial.
yeah, exactly. They once again break into this guy's fucking office. They use the jacket porn guy's powers to distract the guards.
Yeah.
He walks up to these guards and he's like, "Hey, look at this jacket porn." And they all go like, "Oh, right." And they go to a corner, presumably
the
to
two guards are like, "Wowee!"
yeah. Like, are they gonna jerk off and look at the
I
inside of this
guess.
guy's jacket?
It was
like,
a
are they
different
hud-
time,
they're, like-
man. It was a desperate time.
right. They're like huddled in the corner, and
Well,
like
then-
they're looking at his jacket, like, "Oh, look at this guy's porn."
Then he comes
his
in,
jacket
and
porn."
Cole comes in and knocks them both out, and then they emerge from the closet wearing the guard's clothes. And I'm like, you don't make Porn Jacket Man swap clothes. He has an entire
Right, that's his
business in his
power.
coat. That's his whole livelihood.
This is livelihood.
Making him leave his shop behind, basically. He's leaving the store
Right.
unattended.
At this point, we're so beyond the idea that they're not looking for trouble that like no one is asking them to keep breaking into this guy's fucking office. Like it's so beyond. Like we're just minding our own business. They go into his office, and Porn Jacket Guy finds a projector, and is like, this must be porn. Because that's the only way this guy thinks. He goes, oh, sweet, he's got porn in his evil office.
Yeah.
Which is so funny that he would think that this guy was just in his office watching porn on 35 millimeter, which I guess is the only way you could watch porn in the 80s.
Probably.
I feel like VHS, I don't know. And instead, they're watching another ninja movie?
But it's been edited together. They're watching a film of the rival ninja stalking and killing somebody, but it's like dynamically shot and cut together.
Right. So I couldn't tell, like, is the ninja that he hired also an actor?
Right. Is this like his reel? Is this what he sent ahead of himself to be able to like audition for the part? Like, if you want somebody killed, I can kill somebody.
I genuinely think this is a world where there's ninja managers and they send out reels to rich people to go, do you want a ninja? And for all I know, this is really how it works.
It could be.
You know,
I'm not a ninja. We don't know.
Zuckerberg might be able to just go online and go to hireaninja.com and they'll send footage of ninjas cut together and like little like stats and like prices. That could be a thing. You could hire a ninja.
It's true.
Yeah. We get to the couple's house, right? I think they kill some people. I wrote that there's a claw stab in the face.
There sure is. That's when the bad guy sends his ninja to Frank's house while he and Marianne, his wife, are having dinner.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're having like a fight while a ninja is killing people behind them.
Right, while he's killing all their guards. The fact that he has
see
guards,
him doing it behind them. Yeah,
it's like such a huge indicator that he says the line, "Wait here, don't go out there, wait for the guards," and then she goes outside and is like, "Guards."
That's what a villain would say
These are
in
what
a
the
movie.
bad guys say.
It's so weird that they're not the bad guys. Don't get me wrong. If I thought ninjas were coming after me, I'd try to get guards too, but
can't white people own a plantation in the Philippines in peace?
That's
literally what they're doing. Owning
so
a plantation in the Philippines.
But they're like, okay, something's up. I think because their lamp exploded. I was unclear.
Yeah,
on
their
that.
lamp blows up. Like the bad ninja throws some shit at it.
Right. And they're like, go check that out. Frank is finally dead meat. We're so long into this movie. Frank, his wife gets tied up. Frank gets murdered in front of her.
At long last, Frank is dead.
Right.
And
she's indifferent, it seems like. She doesn't like seeing it, but she doesn't care that much.
No.
Oh, also, so the evil ninja shows up. They want to show him badass, and there's something very funny. When Frank's running away, he throws a throwing star at him, and he misses. And then he throws a second one.
It's a thing they keep doing with him. They showed it in the opening training scene where Cole is fighting his way through the Holiday Inn courtyard. He throws this guy throws a few throwing stars and misses.
So his character is like, he's not great with the throwing stars.
He's not the ultimate ninja, Dave. Cole is the ultimate ninja.
It's such a vanity thing to do because if you're actually telling a story, you want the opposite, right? You want Cole to be the one who has trouble.
I had that thought because like this whole final fight and like the climactic showdown where it's like, oh, he's gonna have to face off against this guy. It's like, oh, you mean the guy he beat immediately in the first act?
Right. They're doing a terrible job at raising the stakes.
Yeah.
And they're showing here that it's like he didn't get any better. He's still bad at it.
Yeah. Oh, he's still the same asshole that's going to get easily beaten by Cole. Got it.
Right. But not before going ham on a village. One of my favorite. It's like 20 seconds.
It's a comedy cut. Like they go to the business villains, and the business schools are like, my ninja is already. Oh no, wait, it's the business school and his like right hand man, and he's like, I think it's high time to deploy my ninja, and the other guy's like, don't worry, sir, I was one step ahead of you. I've already deployed the ninja. I'm sure he's well into his work as we speak. And then it's a hard cut to him standing and screaming his fucking face off with two torches in his arms as a village burns behind him.
Yes,
it's like a
and
smash
people are running, and he's like karate kicking them as they run away,
just
and then
screaming like a maniac.
Yeah, and then it's just out. We're out. Like 20 seconds later, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a joke cut.
It really is. So our hero, if we can call him that, again, no one feels good in this.
No.
And again, our hero, he never has trouble. He just kills people all the
he's
fucking
very
time.
Seagal, yeah.
Yeah, because he goes into this corporate building to do his rampage, and he's just like murdering people at their desk. Like I know they call them guards, but there's a scene where there's a guard just sitting at the desk, and he just blows a dart in his neck. And I was like, I don't think that guy was a threat to you.
I think that guy was a temp.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of these guards, they don't feel like you need to murder them. You're not even giving them a chance. Nothing about it feels fair. And he gets to the main henchman. The henchman's like, because they've kidnapped the wife, Frank's wife.
Yeah.
And he's like, come with me. And they have a whole ninja ring set up. And that's why the cockfights were important, Tom. It's poetry.
Oh, I see. It rhymes. It bookends.
Yeah, it's thematic. They're the cocks that are fighting.
And this is the fight.
Exactly. And the ninja, he like drives
I'm surprised
the ninja
you didn't
there.
say that. That's your maybe of this cat fight. You see, the thing is, you're the cocks. This is the fight.
He drives the ninja there, and he's like, wait in the car, which was weird because it's like, just bring him in at gunpoint, right?
Yeah. Like, why'd you leave him in the car? It's just like he's relaying messages like between two fighting parents. So he runs inside.
Right.
He's like, Mr. fucking Valerian or whatever his name is. The ninja is here and he'd like to speak with you, but he's rather cross. And then Mr. Bad Guy is like, whatever, tell him to get his ninja ass out here. We're ready to talk, to negotiate. And he's like, all right, I'll go tell him. And so he runs back to the car and everybody's dead and the ninja's gone.
Yeah, why was he being so reasonable? Yeah, and they're like, fuck, we lost the ninja.
Oh, right, we maybe shouldn't have left the ninja by himself.
Right, it's like a cat gets lost in the airport. They're like, shit, check the rafters. There's a ninja around here somewhere. And so he starts picking off the henchmen. I love the guy who looks up, sees the ninja, and goes, what's this jazz? And he goes, I don't know, brother. And then they just both get size in the stomach.
Size in the gut.
What's this jazz?
What's this
it's the
jazz?
ninja. Remember how your boss was like, look out for the ninja? Here's the ninja.
Right, he jumps down from the ceiling in front of them, like 10 yards in front of them, and starts doing like a little kata with his sai. Like he's doing a demonstration at a strip mall. And these two guys with machine guns just sit there and watch him do it.
Yeah, they're like, what's this guy's
What's
deal?
this
like,
jazz?
I know we were told to look for a ninja. Do you think this is the ninja?
Nah.
We should
ask him if he's seen the ninja, though, once he's done doing this thing. Once he's done spinning them knives around.
One of these guys got a full arc because earlier they sent Hook hand henchmen to get more henchmen, and he makes them all pair up and fight to prove themselves. But first he goes, you'll do whatever I say. Kill this man to Hook Hand, and he walks up, and again this felt like very in line with a villain. Is like, and then he goes, get on your knees and say your prayers, and then Hook Hand hooks him in the balls, and then they all laugh because apparently they were joking. They were all just having a gag. And like the henchman, you'd think the new henchman would be like, so am I still killing this guy? Or,
yeah, so am I killing him? That was because I do have a knife.
Right, I was unclear. Like it seemed like they weren't killers; they were like kids playing around. And then again, he lets the henchman go. This henchman that, like, it's such a weird instinct. Everything with Hook Hand henchmen is weird.
Yeah, it's also another scene where it seems like he's about to kill off Hook Hand for having failed him.
That's what a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So weird. Ninja throws caltrops into someone's face, which is gnarly.
Does. Yeah.
They're like, ah! There's a lot of those moments where like it's real Ultimate Power style, where like he runs and slices someone and they're just like their eyes bleeding.
Yeah, it just zooms in on that. Yeah, like it was too awesome. Ah!
He does tummy darts, and this is the one where I'm like, did that guy die? He fires like 6 darts from his blowguard into a man's tummy, and like he reacts like
right, they treat
like,
it like he's
over.
Getting shot up like Sonny Corleone,
right? And it's only like a few inches. It happens later where he throws a throwing star in a guy's chest, and it goes in a couple inches, and don't get me wrong, like that'll hurt.
That's a problem,
but I don't think that it punctured an organ or anything. Like he dies instantly, and I'm like the one in the face. It's like, okay, I get that.
Yeah, I think
get the
maybe
brain.
he's just faking his death, Dave. He's like, oh shit, I got a throwing star in the chest immediately. I'm just gonna wait this one out.
It makes me wonder how many ninjas.
How many of the guys are playing possum in the building?
Yeah, how many ninjas get by thinking they're amazing because the henchmen around him are just like, I don't want to deal with
Right. As
this
soon as
ninja.
you get a fucking ninja star in the chest, you're like, I'm done. I'm pretending this killed me because this hurts like shit.
Right, that'll take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, that
pretty
takes the
quickly.
fight right out of you.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm done because I'm cutting my losses.
Yeah.
I have a ninja star in my chest. It's lodged in my rib cage. I don't feel like fighting anymore.
Yeah,
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I earned my paycheck. They keep yelling ninja.
The one
which is
guy
very
does,
funny.
ninja.
Yeah,
Ninja,
and-
like again, like a cat is loose and they're calling for it.
Right, like he's a species, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't stress, he's just some honky with a mustache. He's not ninja. Don't call him ninja. So
Right, he's a weeb that took a correspondence course this summer.
right, yeah, because he just graduated from this ninja school.
Yeah.
He kills the rich guy very unceremoniously.
Yeah, he just
And the other
throws
ninja-
a throwing star into him.
Right, I felt like the other ninja should just bounce, but he doesn't. He takes the lady hostage. They do hand business at each other, which I wanted to point out in the beginning because his final test is hand stuff. Not
Yeah,
like he
it's
goes-
making these like signs with his hands that stand for a series of different things. I assume it has something to do with his teaching or his school or something.
right, and they treat that because him like fighting all the red ninjas and cutting off the head. They're like, good, that was the second to last test, final test. What are your memorize your ninja things? And it just feels like it's like turning in like a thesis paper. And they're like, cool, now we need to know your ABCs. Do you know your ABCs? That's your final test. Like it's the wrong order. And they do it at each other again here. Like, I don't know what again, I don't know what it is.
It's like rushing a
And then-
fraternity.
Right, and then they fight for nobody.
They fight to crush their old rivalry.
Yeah, he throws dust in his face. Our hero throws dust.
throws fucking Ric Flair dust in the villain's face.
It's incredible. I don't know
That's
why.
a thing the heel does.
Right. They fight.
Bolo does that to Van Damme in Bloodsport.
Right. They fight until he's like, all right, you won. I'm honorable. Give me an honorable death. And so our hero chops off the wounded man's head
Yeah.
in this empty arena and leaves. And I couldn't help but think about this as a crime scene, Tom.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a real confusing one.
Yeah, some cop's going to walk in on this and find a headless ninja in the middle
And
of
then
a
all of these
fucking-
people with throwing stars in them.
Yeah, it's both. So here's the thing: it's both a mystery and a pretty open and shut case.
It's pretty right.
Where you look at that and you go like, I think it might be a ninja.
May have been a
think-
ninja.
I think this might be a ninja fight. We've been getting a lot of ninja calls lately,
We've put
and I think
together
this
a
might have been
list
it.
of possible suspects, and it's just a composite sketch of Storm Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still like you still. I think it's the location because it's like, is it a ninja? Was there a ninja fight that happened? Was there an audience? Like it's set up in this big. Like I expected a fuller audience, but there's
Wasn't
just
anybody
like
there? It was just the guards.
right. So like you're gonna find
didn't
this
sell
ring
any
that it
tickets
looks
yet.
like why would they fight in the center of the ring if there wasn't an audience? So if I was a cop, I would assume this was like a ninja
Like an
fight.
underground fight club,
right? That
like a
got
Mortal
out of
Kombat
hand.
sitch.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's the thing is I would assume it was even cooler than it actually was.
Right. So, oh, fuck, I think I got a Mortal Kombat on my hands.
Right. I'd be so excited.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, am I the Sonya?
Am I going to be the Sonya?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I hope I don't lose my
Right.
arms.
You're like, oh
but-
no, am I the Jax?
Yeah. God, I hope I'm not the Jax. Fuck. I want to be the Sonya so bad.
And as soon as you get that thought, your fucking friend sticks his arm. You're still good to help me with my juggling contest tomorrow, right?
Right. We have one more scene in this movie, which is our hero is now friends with porn guy.
He sure
porn
is.
Jacket.
They're
He's
BFFs
just like-
forever. They're going to start a
he's
new
like-
A-team together.
Right. He's like, I'm going to call you Frank. You're Frank now. You're my best friend. And I forget where they're going, but he says a true ninja doesn't kill. And I was like, I don't.
You've killed
I'm
scores
pretty-
of men.
Right. Like it's like that sketch where Batman doesn't realize he's killing people.
Yeah.
Funny or Die. Where it's like, what do you? Hold on, tell me what you think kill means, please, real quick. And then they see Hook Hands guy working at like the dealership or rental car.
He's a porter.
Okay,
He's carrying bags.
And then he's like, of course we make exceptions, and so it's implied that our hero is going to kill Hook Hand in cold blood.
Yeah, this defenseless man who's just like working as a porter now. Yeah, sure, he used to be a bad guy, but
right. But he's paid the price. It's so weird. It's so weird that our villain gave this guy a second chance. Our villain. But then our hero is like, I'm going to kill this guy. Wink, wink at the camera. This is great. End of movie.
What a film. Enter the Ninja.
Enter the Ninja. I don't know. It's so easy to make them the villain. All you need to learn is that like Frank's land is that he's just growing cocaine, and like the bad guy was trying to open like a solar farm for the people there, or like you don't know why he needs the land, does he?
Yeah, there's oil under it.
Oh, okay, so he is a bad guy, but you know what I mean, where it's like it's a few lines away from them just being the bad guys.
Yeah, it's a very light pass is all it would take.
Right. It's an incredible film.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I'm very much looking forward to watching the rest of the movies in the series.
Well, we watched the sequel. We watched it on Movie Night.
That's right, we did. Yeah, Revenge of the Ninja, we did.
And I'm prepared to watch it again. Is this fucking guy, is this Honky in that one too?
He's not. The bad guy is the main character in the next one.
That is so smart of them, because my biggest note for this movie was like, you need an actual ninja.
It'd be helpful.
It would be.
At the very least, it would help if your main character is an actor who can do martial arts. Right.
Yes, for sure. Preferably Asian, just because.
Preferably,
you know.
just yeah.
Not fucking
nice.
Franco Nero.
Yeah.
And make them like likable, and like kind of like a type who doesn't want any trouble, perhaps not one who's searching for trouble constantly.
Right.
And I feel like they made those tweaks because in Revenge of the Ninja, I believe the villain is a honky. And like, that again, it's the villain is like the honky ninja, and our main character is this villain. That's amazing. Wait a second.
It's not the same character, but it's the same actor.
Okay, sorry. That just hit me.
Yep.
I was like, wait, he doesn't have his head anymore.
No. He's playing a different person, but they just got the same actor.
Yeah, because I think what it is it doesn't have to be honky or no honky. It really comes down to like, it's the fact that it's a white guy who also doesn't know martial arts.
Right. It's like doubly insulting.
Exactly. It's insulting because they're like, we can have someone who knows martial arts. You're
appropriating this culture and you don't even know martial arts.
Yeah. It's like they'd rather have a white guy who can't fight than a non-white person who's great at fighting. Who
can fucking kick ass.
Yeah, exactly. And if I remember Revenge of the Ninja, I remember that there's actually like fighting in that.
That would be nice because there's not really any in this. It's just kind of like single slashes with a sword, like Dave was saying, and people going like, "Aah!"
Yeah. There's nothing. I don't know if people have noticed, but we didn't talk about the fighting really at all.
No, because it sucks.
It sucks. The fighting sucks.
It's mostly non-existent.
Which again, whenever you write, if you Google like best ninja films. This will be on those lists.
It will be, and it deserves to be, but
not for the reasons
not for
that
the right reasons, maybe. But
no, for the wrong reasons.
What an incredible film! Yeah, I'll say it. I'll agree. It's for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't not enjoy this film. It's just like it's not like
my life is enriched for having seen it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
but it's not like. Like Miami Connection, the beauty of that is it's just as cheesy, but then there's scenes where you're like, they can kind of they can do martial arts.
They could actually fight, those guys. That was an important difference in Miami Connection.
Yeah, it's just so bold to make a ninja film and then not have anybody
people who can fight.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, we'll make up for it by making them unlikable.
Ninja pictures don't work. Did you try one where people could fight?
This is from the director of Over the Top, by the way.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Of course it is.
Yep.
God damn this movie.
Arm wrestling is another form of play fighting.
It is. It really is.
Pretending you know karate.
You're right. That is another movie where they're like, we want to make like a karate film. Does anybody know karate? No.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do like an arm wrestling.
Does anybody know how to
film.
fight or choreograph anything at all? No. All right, so let's do arm wrestling.
Yeah. This has big like backyard wrestling vibes.
It does, yeah.
It's again, I get it's weird because it's like I'd see it on lists of so bad it's good films for sure.
Yeah.
But it really fails as a ninja film.
Oh, it's a yeah.
Can't stress enough how much this fails at a ninja film. This fucking wad of meat. Like, he doesn't look like he can fold himself in any way, you know? He's like a brick of Spam.
Right, he's like a refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a refrigerator.
You cannot put that in your trunk.
No, you
It's
can't.
not going to happen.
It feels like he has to travel like a horse. Like, you put him in one of those tall, like,
Yeah, he just has to be
trailer hitches.
His little mustachioed face peering out through those little slats.
Yeah, he is very horse-like, now that I think about it. And you know what horses are bad at? Martial arts.
I mean, as far as we know,
Yeah.
there's still time to train one
Oh, I mean, maybe.
before the convergence of the realms.
You can lead a horse to a dojo, but you can't make him...
Can't make him throw a beautiful crescent kick.
Exactly.
I think we're done, Dave.
I think we're done.
Yeah,
this was
it.
a delight.
It was. I really enjoyed watching this piece of shit. It was the best kind of piece of shit.
If you like a good bad movie, throw this on.
Solid bad movie.
The cockfights are troublesome. I don't think any roosters got hurt.
No, they separate them.
Yeah, it looks like, it doesn't look like what a real cockfight looks like. It just looks like two roosters freaking out at each other.
Yeah, I mean,
they
do throw two real roosters down, and they are fighting with each other, but they also pull them apart.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think animals were hurt beyond maybe a few scratches, which still isn't great, but it's more like animals were deeply upset in the making of this film. Like, they clearly upset a lot of roosters.
Those two roosters, for sure.
Yeah, they're pulling them off.
Not having a great
time. Let go
time.
of me, man. Let go of me. The guy's a dick.
See that guy? What'd you fucking say? What'd you fucking say?
Thank you, Nolan, the To Be Terror Bunny, for this treat. We will keep watching these. I think there's only 3.
There's only 3.
I don't know.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll get through them all. This was through our Patreon. If people are curious, they go to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed, GAMEFULLY unemployed. There's exclusive podcasts on there. Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, all for $5 a month. We also watch movies every Friday night. Like I said, we watched the sequel to this. So if that gives you a vibe for what we do on
we
there.
will certainly watch this one.
Oh, yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a perfect one to watch.
Yeah, so check it out, folks.
We also have a store. Head over to our gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store where we have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs. You can get on t-shirts, mugs, stickers, posters, all sorts of things. So slap your masked yet conspicuously mustachioed, peepered face onto that.
Yep. Also, just my side hustle, if you see me, ask... I have porn in my jacket for you. If you want to jerk off and look at porn in my jacket.
Also religion. I have religion on the other side.
Yeah, if you want to jerk off and look at religion.
Yeah, if you want to jerk off to God's abs.